People ask how I've succeeded in raw dogging life and positioned myself perfectly for World War III and AI.
The key was doing a bunch of blue collar shit.
Actually, blue collar adjacent. All skills acquired are cumulative, building off each other, revealing more opportunities and possibilities. And it probably all started when I was smashing Pinewood Derby competitions at age 8, and then buying a Jeep at 16 and a piece of shit Craigslist welder shortly after. Having a welder opened up numerous possibilities, even though my rods were waterlogged and I had no conception of square, and ultimately landed me a work trade opportunity at a coke-rattled fabrication shop where I had access to real tools and got pretty damn good at commercial fabrication. My first invention was a vertical hydroponic system that I made out of ABS2, but lacked any real follow-through or media experience, so I sold 6 units and lost money. And then I rebounded with Brewmonger, a vertical beer making system that was my first CAD design. And at the same time, sacred geometry sculptures, but it turns out that hippies don't have money. But doing the sacred geometry sculptures got me plugged into Esalen Institute, where I did some badass projects and gained the confidence to do anything. All these inventions could have worked, but I struggled with ADHD and entitlement and lacked any real follow-through. Doing something to 90% and then going off and doing something completely different to chase a dopamine hit. But the real breakthrough in my development was joining a makerspace where I had access to a CNC water jet design tools and 3D printers. You start with Adobe Illustrator, drawing 2D vectors that can be cut out by a machine, and then you eventually extrude those into 3-dimensional shapes, and that's CAD. Had I not had access to tools, I would have never have explored automation possibilities, and I'd still be smoking car paint and metal fumes. Blue collar adjacent is doing the physical, repetitive, and tedious, and then finding ways to leverage technology so you're not limited by what you can do with your own 2 hands.
When I first started Perch in 2018, I was excited about the possibilities of machining tool holders out of aluminum.
This was stupid, heavy, and cost prohibitive. I then got excited about 3D printing tool holders, but that was also cost prohibitive and time consuming. I then discovered plastic injection molding that produces parts every 10 seconds at 1/20th the cost. In short, I stumbled across a viable business model by flailing around with a bat blindfolded. And 7 years later, I've got 6 molds in Nevada making all the things that I was trying to do by hand.
And it just so happens that a ton of people have tools. And you'd think that having a garage full of inventory would mean that I'd made it and can sit around with a thumb in my ass playing video games, but realizing the dream of a viable consumer product is just an exchange of freedom. From being told what to do in exchange for the security of a paycheck, to finding ways to motivate yourself and suffer all the consequences. And this is your window of opportunity, because if I had to rebuild Perch tomorrow, I could do it all in a year with AI. So you could hunker down and try to hit a product out of the park, or settle into a trade. Because investing in some meme coin or getting a financial services job is not going to protect you from AI or get you out of physical work.